Hey beauties, it's Riri. Today's video is a super special collab with my beautiful friend Heather over at Crazy Beautiful MUA. Please be sure to go check out her video. We decided to do a palette bingo, but with a little bit of a twist. NOMAD Cosmetics recently re-released 3 of their cult classic palettes for their 10th anniversary, and we decided to do a palette bingo with those palettes, but we each chose each other's palette and the shades by a random generator. So yeah, I won't give any spoilers for Heather's video. You'll definitely have to go check her out. Tell her that Riri sent you. And if you're coming from Heather's channel, hey beautiful, welcome to my beauty family. So I ended up with palette number 2 from the 3 palettes, which is the America's Parks palette. And I do have swatches, tutorials, things like that already up with this particular palette. And I got the shades 1, 3, 5, 9, and 12. So 1, 3, 5, 9, and 12. So I will swatch them for you guys, and then we're gonna hopefully come up with some kind of a look, because I'm a little nervous, you guys. I'm a lot nervous, I'm not gonna lie to you. So those are the first 4. Like the greens kind of go together with like the more warm toned little shimmer shade down here, and then like these kind of go together. So you know, we'll see what happens. So here's the color story that we're working with. And do I have a plan? No, I don't. I guess I'm gonna prime, and we'll just we'll see what happens. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for coming to spend some time with me. I really appreciate it. I'm on the road, you guys, to 10,000 subscribers this year, and I know I can do it with your help. So if you see this and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and give the video a thumbs up. I am priming first, as I always do, with my Alter Ego eyeshadow base. I did purchase this, but I do have an affiliated code with Alter Ego. I do also get PR from NOMAD Cosmetics, and I have a non-affiliated code with them, which is Riri10 for 10% off. Ooh, these are complimentary, so I may put these on my lid, and then like these will be complimentary, but then what would I do with that? Then purple and green can be muddy. Y'all, I'm shitting my pants. I have no idea what to do. But I love the concept of doing a palette bingo, shopping my stash, things like that, because it does kind of push us out of our comfort zones a little bit. I feel like so many of us, even myself, we kind of fall into a rut, and we kind of tend to stick to the same types of palettes, the same types of shades, looks, so on and so forth. So this forces us, y'all. It forces us to get out of our comfort zones. I'm gonna go over to shade 1 first. I'm gonna go into a fluffy brush, but it's slightly smaller, and I'm gonna try to keep this kind of low-ish. And look, if it doesn't turn out, then that's fine too, you guys. I'm gonna come probably a little more than halfway over. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, why would I put the lighter shade there? Oh no. Well, I guess tonally these are kind of the same. Y'all, I think I already messed up. Yeah, hold please. Let me wipe this off. and it's fine. It's fine. Look, it's trial and error. When I speak to beauties in reference to, or in terms of, you know, kind of finding your niche, finding what works for you, kind of perfecting your craft, if you will, more specifically beginners, and I say this all the time, and I still do this because I suck at a lot of different techniques and stuff like that. I literally will tell them, do a look and wipe it off. Do a look and wipe it off. Like, sit in front of your mirror and just have a good time with it and just experiment. Like, there is no wrong way, you know? Like, if I wanted to keep that yellow there, we could have made it work, I'm sure. I'm gonna give this a second, so I'm gonna go to the other eye first. I'm gonna go in with the green first. Oh, yeah, we'll see what happens. I feel like the green with the yellow blending into it, I think would be better and a little bit more cohesive, but we'll see what happens, you guys. But yeah, that's the fun of it. And I think that's the beautiful and fun thing about makeup just in general, you guys, is that it's meant to be fun. It's a fun, creative outlet, specifically if you are somebody that, you know, like for me, I have a lot of anxiety and stuff like that. I don't really go out of my house a whole lot. Like coming in here into my space and filming and doing things for you guys, like that's something that brings me a lot of joy. And I speak to this a lot, that for me, makeup is more of, I enjoy the actual application part of makeup. Like I enjoy just sitting in here and just doing my makeup, and that creative process that kind of comes along with that. Like that's the part that I really love. And you know, there are no rules. There are definitely specific techniques that, you know, we generally will follow. I feel like that's fine there. I'm gonna go into the yellow now, but I think I'm gonna go a little light-handed with it. But that's the beautiful thing. Yes, okay, I think that was a good choice. But I think that's like the beautiful thing about makeup and beauty and the spectrum of what is beauty, whether that's hair, whether that's nails, you know, whether that's fashion, whatever the case may be. Like to me, beauty is kind of all encompassing, and that's why, you know, hence the name, Brutally Honest Beauty. I want to showcase all aspects of beauty. That's why I do clothing. That's why, you know, I do talk about mental health. And I do, you know, I do that because for me and for a lot of us, it is all encompassing. You know, beauty and makeup is not generally just one thing. And I think that if you want to experiment with makeup and you literally have no clue, then just sit down and play. If you are well versed in the spectrum of makeup, then educate yourself on the aspects of makeup that maybe you're not as well versed on. And I want you to have fun with it. That's my biggest thing. Like even to my, you know, my inner circle, my friends and my family, they're like, well, I can't do this, or I can't afford that, or I can't do this. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses, because at the end of the day, none of us normal folk can keep up with the Joneses. So I'm not gonna try. I stay in my lane. I'm comfortable with who I am. I like, you know, the content that I'm putting out there. I like who I am in real life, which is important to me. But I think it's just about honing in on works for you and your individuality, your level of skill, your level of creativity, whatever the case may be. And then just realizing you don't have to be something that somebody else wants you to be. You do not have to aspire to be like somebody else that is in the social media or media space. You are just fine, and you are beautiful and incredible just the way you are. So I hope that you guys know that. I hope that, you know, if you watch my channel and you've been here for a very long time, then you understand that, you know, this for me is a safe space, but I want it to also be a safe space for you guys. I never want to have anybody come on here and say, oh, nope, I can't do that, or no, I couldn't achieve this. And I get shit on, I'm not gonna lie. I do get shit on because I don't do all the crazy intricate, and not that I don't do them, I just don't generally, you know, film them, and they're not my niche, and that's fine. But I get shit on for kind of not doing those things and not doing social media makeup. I'm not here to do social media makeup. I'm here to do real life, real world makeup. And more importantly, and more specifically, I want to be as beginner friendly as I can possibly be. I want you to be able to come in here, and if you've never put makeup on ever a day in your life, you can watch with me. You can, you know, bullshit with me and have some fun with me and stuff like that. Maybe you're relating to me in some kind of way. But whatever I do, you can achieve it. And that is super, super important to me. So if that makes me less popular, if that makes me, you know, not the cool kid, then guess what? That's just fine. You know, I've always been someone that moves to the beat of my own drum. It's something that I kind of push to you guys, you know, to my beauty family, to my, you know, in real life friends and family, to just acknowledge that, like, hey, we're all different and we're all supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are not a copy and paste world, and I don't want to be a part of a world that is that way. I am an individual, I am unique, and I love what is unique about me. So yeah, I like the concept of shopping my stash. I like the concept of doing a challenge or a collab with somebody, picking a theme. I like, you know, palette bingos and things like that, because it does force us to kind of go out of our comfort zones. And not just that, it also helps us to use up makeup and stuff that we already have. You guys know I am on a low buy, and I'm really proud of myself because I used to try to keep up with the Joneses. I used to try to be like, oh no, you know, and like FOMO and things like that. I'd be like, oh, I have to have this. I have to do this. No, I don't. And no, you don't. Okay, that's it, I think, for the mattes for the top. And honestly, it looks great. I'm getting like Sprite vibes or something, y'all. I am going to go in with the Gourmande Girls Glitter Glue. It's my favorite of all time. I did purchase this myself, but I do have, I'm going to have to buy another one of these, y'all. But I do have an affiliated code with her. It's RERE10 for 10% off. Generally, if I have a code with somebody, it's RERE10 and it'll be for 10% off. A lot of those are not affiliated. And all that means, you guys, if you are new and or new to affiliate codes or anything like that, if I say it's affiliated, that means I make a small commission if you make a purchase using my code. If it is non-affiliated, then the code is simply for you. So I'm gonna let that set for just a second. That silvery shade's throwing me off. I think I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna press that kind of just on the ball so we can still see those other shades. And y'all, this may look like dookie, and guess what? It's okay if it does. So yeah, if you use my codes, I do greatly appreciate it. And then with brands like NOMAD Cosmetics, where I do not have an affiliated code, the importance in that and in using somebody's code is it helps us to continue to receive PR. They're like, hey, cool, you know, RERE showcasing our, you know, RERE showcasing our products, people are using her code, and then kind of from there, if, you know, people are using my code kind of consistently, then I do actually have the opportunity for that code to become an affiliated code. And it just helps to, you know, it helps me to kind of stay on their PR list. So just noting that for y'all. I kind of want to cheat and like go into the dark green because this is so tonally similar, but I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna not do Heather dirty like she did me. Oh my gosh. In her defense though, you know, we can't help it and it is what it is, but it's still super fun. Yeah, I'm definitely on the path of, you know, really trying to use up what I have and doing super fun little collabs and really just challenging myself. And this is also a way too, like if you already had this palette even previously and you were like, oh, I didn't really need it in the new release or whatever the case may be, like pick that palette back up and start playing with it again, start experimenting with it again. I am gonna clean this up just a touch. All right, I actually don't mind where we're at right now. It's the other two shades that are scaring me a little bit. Let me pop on the rest of my face. We'll come back and figure out how to use the other two shades. All right, I went in with the L'Oreal Infallible Up to 32 Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is shade 465. Don't wear your makeup for that long, y'all. Just saying. I bronzed up with my Hoola Glow Bronzer. My lips are the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Shaper in Puffy Nude. It is my all-time favorite. And because I'm kind of mixing cool and warm, I wanted to just kind of find balance there. So I just went in with a little Pillow Balm in like a sheer, like glittery shade. I think I'm gonna use the yellow color right here in the palette very, very softly to just give myself a little bit of highlight. Ooh, it looks so pretty. I'm a big fan of doing that too, like trying my best to use a palette for multiple, you know, uses. You know, I'll use neutrals sometimes as bronzers, contours, for brows, things like that. I go in and try to find a blush shade. I go in and try to find highlight shades. Okay, now, I think I'm okay here. I'm gonna use like a little teeny tiny brush that's kind of coarse. And I'm gonna go into this shade because pretty much when it gets mixed, it just becomes like a sparkly silver. So I'm gonna put that in the inner corner, like softly. Ooh, okay. That worked out okay, you guys. I gotta say, this is probably the most intimidating shade in terms of like matching up with everything else. And that's a good tip too, if you're trying to go in with like a less is more approach. If you go in with something that's a little bit more like firm like this, it will pick up mostly just like the little glitter particles. I am going to kind of flick that up. I like to flick up whatever inner corner shade I use just so that it opens up my eyes a little bit. Okay, that worked perfectly. I'm also going to, again, very softly, like just flicking in. I'm going to put a little bit of that at the brow bone. And then to finish off, I'm going to go into shade 5 up here. I'm going on a very, very firm smudger style brush. I'm going to run that on the lower lash line. You know what? I'm not mad at it. I do wish that the green that I would have gotten, you know, picked was I don't know. I wish I would have gotten the dark green. Just because kind of tonally it's all the same, but woo, like in person, it looks really, really beautiful. I am going to go ahead and use some white liner, and this one is from Fine Beauty. It is my all-time favorite white eyeliner, period, to ever exist, you guys. It is incredibly opaque, very, very smooth. I do have very sensitive eyes, and I don't get any type of issues or anything from it, and it is freaking bulletproof, you guys. I love this liner. And then I'm going to finish off with a coat of mascara. Of course, y'all know I love my mascara. I'm just going to go into the Milk Makeup Kush High Roll Mascara, Gifted. I'll BRB. And that is it. That is my completed look using the re-released 10th anniversary America's Parks palette. This was a palette bingo with my beautiful friend Heather over at Crazy Beautiful MUA. Please take the time to go and watch her, and y'all know what I say. If you go watch and you feel a vibe, you feel a connection, you can relate to her, please consider subscribing. It is free for you, and it means the world to us. And again, if you're coming from Heather's channel, hey beautiful, welcome to my beauty family. This is the completed look. Let me know what you guys think. What shade pairing would you have liked to have seen, and what would you have done with these 5 shades? I honestly, y'all, look, I was terrified. I didn't think I was gonna like the outcome, but I really love it. I think it's super, super stunning, and I like the differentiation between the warm and the cool. I think it turned out okay, you guys. Yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for joining. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, and of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.